Online platforms have become the new political arenas. National conversations and politicians seeking to address an audience any time of the day, jumping on different platforms to pass their message.
That healthcare is one of the key elements in a society.
On Thursday, impeached Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua took to TikTok to continue with his attacks on President William Ruto. This time round, cautioning the Western Kenya population, who the president has been wooing in the past few days, against falling prey to his lies, adding that the Mount Kenya region paid a heavy price for believing the first in command.
And I want to tell the people of Western Kenya to be very, very careful, to learn from us. The president was here for 5 years. He would spend 6 days here, he would spend 7 days here, and that's the way he convinced us to vote for him. So you be very careful. You can learn from us. You are just being wooed the way he wooed us. Now he doesn't come here because we know him. You know, he cannot repeat the same thing again because he was here. He was here in church every Sunday. He was in every village. He knew every road by name.
The political storm between the former deputy president and the president continues to take dramatic turns. Gachagua, now in the opposition, is not holding back his criticism, forcing the head of state to respond to him, with the former DP telling Ruto to keep him off his mouth.
And his team went there for a development tour, and Rigathi Gachagua has become the center of that tour. Instead of discussing roads, they are discussing Rigathi Gachagua. Instead of discussing water, they are discussing Rigathi Gachagua. Instead of discussing sugarcane farming, they are discussing Rigathi Gachagua. So he is 6 days, 7 days in Western, promising this, promising that. Nothing will come out of it. And I would like to ask the president and those in Western Kenya, please deal with the issues in Western Kenya. There is a road infrastructure that is very wanting. There's no water. There are no drugs. People have problems. The sugarcane factories need to be sorted out. Rigathi Gachagua is not the solution of the problems in Western Kenya. A whole president and the whole brigade goes to a whole region. Instead of discussing development, they are just discussing Rigathi Gachagua.
Rigathi Gachagua has accused President William Ruto of betrayal and harassment. He alleged that CS Justin Muturi was unfairly targeted by the president after mourners in Embu rejected a condolence message from State House during a burial. Gachagua asserting that the mountain vote is no longer in Ruto's basket.
They are harassing Justin Bidan Muturi and saying that he is the one who organized, who incited people to refuse to listen to the president's condolence message. That is not true. And Bidan Muturi was really abused by the president. He wrote him very offensive messages at night, accusing him of having incited people to refuse to listen to his condolence message. That is very, very unfair to Justin Bidan Muturi. It is the people of Mount Kenya region who refused. And they will continue refusing because the president betrayed them and deceived them. And as I have said, once you do those two things, there is no remedy. It is over.
Gachagua also addressed speculation surrounding his political meetings held at his Wamnyoro home, clarifying that he is merely consulting the people on his next steps. The former DP, who has become very critical of the government he once served, continues to rally his support base, this time round eyeing the youth vote online as he called on the young population to register as voters in order to change the country in the next election.
I want to tell our young people, much as we appreciate your contribution so far and what you have done for us, you have so much to do. You must take IDs and register as voters and turn out to vote. Your vote is what will count in this country. It is the Gen Z and the millennials who will determine the next leadership of this country.
Brian Amwai, K24, Nairobi.